We're drafting D&D subclasses to see who can build the best team like in fantasy football. Stick around until the end of the video where you can vote on who drafted the best team. The competition is likely to be fierce because I brought with me some experienced D&D players. And Connor. These are all players in various campaigns of mine. Ryan, Jonah, Connor, say hello to the people.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And they've never played fantasy football before. So, let me explain to you how this works. There'll be 6 rounds in this draft. These are the general drafting rules. At the end of the draft, we'll roll for these categories as well to see what you'll be voting on. Wait, before we start though, we gotta thank the patrons, guys. Patrons like Mo, Ethan, Ted, James. Thank you for entering the dungeon and supporting the channel.
I really like Ted.
Mo? Cool name.
James, my heart goes out to you. So the draft order is going to be me, then Jonah, then Connor, then Ryan. Serpentine draft order style. With the first overall pick, let me pull up my list here. I think I got to go with, first overall pick, the Echo Knight. Like, I think it's kind of inarguably one of the best subclasses in all of
It is incredibly good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong with an Echo Knight? That's fantastic. But Jonah, you're on the clock.
Hi. Honestly, I think I messed up myself. I thought one was official content, and it's not.
We would never make that mistake, right, Connor?
Never in my life. That's why I'm very glad I'm going third.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go with a Grave Domain Cleric.
Oh, okay. Explain that choice for us.
Well, I need someone who can heal and keep the party alive. And honestly, clerics are very good, just in general. So, I feel like it's a good choice.
Now, you went Grave Domain over Twilight Domain. I know what people in the comments are saying, because everyone thinks, man, Twilight is the greatest thing. I like Grave though. I think Grave Domain's honestly a really good subclass.
Yeah, no, I was looking through them earlier and just felt more drawn to the Grave instead of Twilight, because Twilight's useful, but I found more things that could be useful with Grave.
Just overall in the party, you like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Twilight's healing. Like, Ryan, you're playing a Twilight Cleric. Or you played a Twilight Cleric, right?
Oh yeah, I've played a Twilight Cleric, and I gotta say, big fan.
Huge fan. Like, they are incredibly effective at what they do. But, once I eventually cover clerics, I don't think that they are the best cleric subclass by far. That's probably going to get me thrown out of a room. But, no, I think things like Peace Domain or Order Domain or Grave Domain, like, all incredibly good.
Oh yeah, no, it was a tough choice between Order and Grave.
Yeah, the Order Domain.
I'm going to pick the Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Ooh.
They have a lot of striking potential, especially with their Channel Divinity getting advantage on all attack rolls against the target. And obviously Smite hits like a Mack truck, and since you're a Paladin, you also have healing capabilities. So they're pretty, in my humble opinion, being the least experienced player here, are a very good subclass. But if you combine them with certain other classes, they can also really suck.
But also, I think it's important to say for this video, like the way I run my games, I think a lot of you are more skewed towards martials now. Because martials and spellcasters don't have as big a divide in my games than, I guess, in the typical games. But Ryan, you're going with 2 back-to-back picks here.
I am, and my first pick.
Oh, it's in.
My first
it's
pick.
in.
I was looking at this earlier, and I had to go with this for my first pick. I had to go with Oath of Redemption, Paladin. Sorry, I was looking Oath of Redemption. Fantastic tank. If you need a tank, that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Especially at level 20 when they get resistant to all damage.
No, you're absolutely right. Like, I honestly think Oath of Redemption is numero uno Paladin. It's kind of ridiculous.
For my second pick, It's gonna be familiar for you all because we did just talk about it. But I'm a big fan of this type of cleric, Twilight Domain.
How does he keep getting away with this?
Again, I've played a Twilight Domain cleric. I'm a big fan of the temporary hit points, the dark vision, really good utility, good healing, good overall.
So far, though, my number 2 overall pick has stayed. So I'm hoping it can wrap back around. I just need to dodge whatever Connor's going to do next, and Jonah.
I'm probably going to throw a bit of a curveball in here, but this is me looking at the categories here.
No, yeah.
My number 2 pick is going to be Berserker Barbarian.
Oh, what?
Because, frankly, they kind of suck, but they have some tanking capabilities, and if you mix it with something, it might be okay. But again, this is me looking at the categories that I could potentially get.
Okay, yeah, so you're taking a kicker in the first round. I like it. I mean, it's a bold move. We'll see if it pays off. You're covering a lot of bases here. I get the logic. This is quality content. This is quality. I didn't tell him to do this.
I'm being railroaded.
Oh. I did that on my own volition.
Well, I'm going to just throw mine out there. I'm gonna go with Oath of the Crown Paladin.
Oh, okay. I like it. Why Oath of the Crown?
There is a plan, but this is a tool to help us later. Overall, I needed a paladin in the squad because they're just good.
I have to come in strong, I think, with 2 solid picks. You guys know how much I love Druid, but I think I'm going with one of the most versatile Druid subclasses here. I'm going Circle of the Moon Druid. Theoretically, you can be a healer, but I'm looking at like the tank category. Fantastic tank, like incredible tanking capability, and then also best subclass at level 20. I don't think it's close because it's infinite wild shapes plus spellcasting in wild shape. Next, though, I've played this subclass before, and it's incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. I need a face. I need a face of the party. So for my 3rd overall pick, I'm going College of Eloquence Bard, because not being able to roll under a 10 for persuasion or deception is ridiculous. I mean, it just kind of resets the standard for balancing in D&D 5e, like as soon as it came out. Jonah, you're on the clock.
See, I have a choice to make. Do I get the one for a combo, or do I get one of the other ones that I want that might be taken?
Combo's only a 1 in 12 shot.
I know. I think we're gonna go Path of the Zealot Barbarian.
Oh,
Interesting.
I'm mad about that.
no. What are you thinking with Path of the Zealot?
Well, if I have friends around, they're basically unkillable, especially with a Grave Domain Cleric around.
Oh, yeah.
And overall do a lot of damage, but they also are pretty good tanks as well, so they could do a lot of things.
Now Connor's on the clock. And coming off Berserker Barbarian as well.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna choose the Hexblade Pact of the Blade Warlock.
Dang.
They have a lot of they cover a lot of things, if you ask me. They got the party face because obviously high charisma character, and if you combine it with another class, like say you pick Oath of Vengeance with Pact of the Blade, and you have your hex on people and you are killing them, you are also healing, so you kind of have that tankiness to you, that DPS, and also it's a multi-class, so it's a pretty solid combo in my opinion.
No, I think that's all like incredibly true. Undoubtedly the best multi-classing option in the game. Honestly, I was wanting to pair that with College of Eloquence. I was wanting to hopefully sneak that in last round.
You would have gotten it if Jonah let me get the Zealot Barbarian.
God damn it. Damn it. But we're back up to Ryan again already with another 2 back-to-back picks. I think 4th position's just a really good place for value. Just picking up like just really valuable pieces.
It does give me a lot of reactability.
Yeah. Like you went in and you were a vulture with Oath of Redemption and Twilight Domain.
Listen, I knew what I wanted right off the bat.
No, that's fair.
And I took them the first chance I got. For my 3rd draft pick, I'm looking at one of my personal favorites. You know it, you love it. It's versatile, it's good. It's the Gloomstalker Ranger.
Oh. Almost no explanation needed, honestly.
Yeah.
I have an explanation.
Yeah.
It's so good. Listen, Connor, all you need to know is extra saving throw proficiency.
Huh. Also, extra attack first round of combat, extra movement, extra damage, bonus to initiative. Like, the Gloomstalker, I think, can just end a combat first round if it really wants to. I mean, it has the best chance of doing it. And also, it can just turn invisible in darkness.
Yeah. And in case we do get to this multi-class one, a Ranger Cleric duo, pretty good.
Oh.
Really solid overall.
But would you spend Twilight and Gloomstalker together? I mean, that's a pretty crazy multi-class.
That is a pretty busy multi-class, but not quite there yet because, you know, my Oath of Redemption Paladin, you know, they do a lot when they're not doing damage. So I need more DPS on my team.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Why I'm going with the Psy Warrior.
Yeah, another Psy Warrior Truther.
Playing,
yeah.
I'm playing a Spelljammer campaign where I'm playing a Psy Warrior. That extra dice consistently, fantastic.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so many people, when I was doing my whole fighter series, you know, viewers, you know this, like, pounding the table for Battlemaster, Rune Knight. I'm telling you, the Psy Warrior is, like, it's not flashy, but it's really good. It's the same thing with, like, the Guidance cantrip. Guidance doesn't seem that good in a vacuum. It's like an extra D4, but when it's on every roll, it makes all the difference.
Oh no, I agree. Every level I get in that class, I'm just rolling around with more dice.
Yeah.
More damage, even more utility, which, you know, is rare for a martial class, but like,
Yeah.
telekinetic movement, really useful.
Connor, around the clock, do you have a pick?
I do have a pick. My 4th pick is going to be the Arcane Trickster.
Ooh.
My list is missing some stealth, and I think a lot of people think of stealth as just a stealth roll. When I feel like there's a lot more you can do with it. Like, obviously you have the invisible mage hand you can use to move objects, distract guards. I'm not quite sure. Do they get a disguise spell? I'm actually not super familiar with the spell list of an Arcane Trickster other than its cantrips.
No, you get Disguise Self. Yeah.
Even better. Look at that, you're stacking. You don't even really need it. You obviously, as a rogue, you're going to have a high stealth roll, but with a disguise itself, why even use it? So I think there's more nuance to stealth than just a high stealth roll.
That makes sense, yeah. You know, Gloomstalker, Ranger, and Arcane Trickster were both my 2 number 1 options for the stealth category. We'll figure this out somehow. I might just abandon the stealth category and just hope.
True.
If stealth comes around, I guess I'm screwed. I mean, it's a 1 in 12 chance. What are the odds? Hard cut to a clip at the end of this video.
6. That's stealth.
Oh, fuck! There it is.
Here it is.
Jonah, you're on the clock.
Well, I have a choice, and I have made it for the tool we picked up earlier.
Oh.
This will be my 4th choice of School of Evocation Wizard.
Really good choice.
Yes. Whether it's on its own or paired with something else, it is good. I have an idea if I need to pair it, but
No, yeah.
Just wizards in general are good to have.
No, yeah. That makes sense to me. Now I'm up. And alright, I think I need to kind of abandon this whole stealth idea. I think the stealth category, no matter what's, not going to be mine. That seems unattainable at this point. I'm going to pick up, I think, one of the more underrated sorcerer subclasses. That's going to be at my number 4 pick, the Divine Soul Sorcerer. And this is because it's all the fun of a sorcerer and its meta magic with healing. So you can kind of slot them in anywhere. And once you get up to those higher levels, they're fantastic. Just absolute monsters. I don't like this. You know what? I'm going to trust the board. I'm going to trust the board and go with what I think is best option available. I'm going to go with pick number 5, the School of Divination Wizard. And just the ability to change a DM's roles on the fly, that is incredibly powerful. I mean, it sets up kind of everything when you're a wizard. So, School of Divination. Jonah, though, you're back up on the clock again.
We're gonna go with a Horizon Walker.
Horizon Walker Ranger. We're still getting solid subclasses this far in. But
Yeah, Berserker was a solid pick, guys.
We do get that 1-6 chance, though. You're set.
oh, he's so sad.
yeah.
He's
Okay, so
sad.
my number 5 pick is honestly, I feel like I've covered a lot of bases with the picks I have so far, so I'm kind of just throwing out some subclasses that I think may work. So I'm gonna pick Way of the Open Hand Monk,
Whoa.
because monks tend to be the bane of a lot of DMs with their stunning strike, and it can have some pretty dire consequences. They're pretty good in 1v1s, especially if you continuously stunning strike the enemy. So if for some reason the boss is susceptible to stunning strikes, which is highly unlikely with its legendary resistances that it probably has out the ass. But yeah, I just thought I'd pick a monk because there isn't a monk in here yet.
Well, also, Quivering Palm. I think it's the only insta-kill ability left in the game. So,
Yeah, it's pretty deadly.
man, like, maybe by default, you just say, most likely to solo a boss fight, because if you get the Quivering Palm off, it's just dead.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're on the clock.
Okay. Number 5 pick. I'm honestly in between 2 different druid subclasses for this one.
Cool.
Because I need a spellcaster.
That's true.
But after, looking through this, really thinking about it, I'm going to have to go Circle of Stars.
Okay. Circle of Stars. No, that makes sense.
A big fan of Circle of Stars.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. Then you're up with your last pick.
See, for my number 6 pick, I'm looking at this. I think there's one thing that I haven't covered, and it's most useless subclass. I'm not even gonna go for a useless subclass here. I'm just go for an average one. I'm gonna go Champion Fighter.
Okay. No, but that's good for multi-classing into anything.
Exactly, because Champion Fighter, it's the baseline fighter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to reach the heights of maybe the other things I've picked, but I think if you want to multi-class into that, or you want to just have a good all-around fighter, that's what you're going to go for.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense. Connor, your time's ticking down on your last pick.
I think I had it. It was between 2 that, but I think I got it. I think I'm going to go with the College of Lore Bard.
Okay.
Hate you.
just the ability the ability to take some spells from other classes is pretty solid. And honestly, Bard is just a really good class in my opinion that I don't see often. I think I've only played with 2 bards in my entire time playing D&D, which I think is a little odd, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense to me.
I'm so mad.
Sorry, buddy.
Guys, well, I wonder what Jonah's next pick was going to be.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
hard
I
to
wonder.
say.
Hey man, you took Zealot from me, I take Lore from you.
Yeah, okay. Hold on a moment. Do some, I was really not
Going into
expecting
the
anyone to
files.
go for that.
Yeah, he's like,
Do you want my other choice just to have it?
No, I don't. I don't want your pity. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. Everything's all right.
I
Don't
believe that.
Panic.
Man, I just believe him, guys.
He sounds so believable, and I trust this.
We're just gonna double up on a class because why not? And go with a knowledge domain cleric.
oh,
You tripling up on a class?
No, doubling.
Okay.
Clerics are nice, and this one has the lovely channel divinity knowledge of ages. And you can just get proficiency with something if you want it.
I didn't expect that one.
Yeah, well, my plans were foiled spectacularly, so this was a little bit of a scramble grab.
You know what? I gotta throw my hat in the ring for maybe most useless subclass, and I'm gonna go with the final pick, the Undying Warlock, because the Undying Warlock
is trash. It's not good.
There is just I don't know, unless you're in a campaign with undead and a lot of undead, what are you doing with this subclass? Even then, in a campaign with undead, some of its levels you're just like, this is nothing. It's just a nothing burger. Now, like in all good fantasy drafts, we have to open things up for trades. Now, you don't need to end with a crew of 6. You can trade some picks away. If there's something that another player has that you want, now's the time to offer your trades. Now it's time to wheel and deal, boys.
Hey, Connor.
Yes, Jonah?
You wanna trade that College of Lore bard?
I would.
What would you like?
I would like the Path of the Zealot.
Yeah, sorry, no.
Then you're not getting the College of Lore Bard. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, that's fine. Just thought I'd ask.
Hey Ryan,
Yeah.
that Gloomstalker Ranger,
Okay. What?
that's a really good thing that you got over there.
It's true. It is a really good thing that I got over here.
I mean, you're cooking with that, aren't you?
I really am.
It just so happens that, I think you're might be lacking on some blaster spellcasters. What if Gloomstalker Ranger for Divine Soul and Undying Warlock?
Both of them?
Yeah, for both. That's a 2-for-1 deal.
2 for 1 deal. So both Divine Soul and
Undying, yeah.
Undying, that's what we're going for?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll make that trade.
Ooh.
Oh.
Make that deal? I'll make that deal.
Damn good deal. Well, I got nothing else I want to do on the trade market. Time to get down to brass tacks. Rolling the categories. Let's go one at a time in draft order. I got the first one. Let's not hit a multi-class. Thank you very much. A 3. Best subclass at level 20.
We got ourselves a 5. Party tank.
Party tank. Okay.
7.
party healer.
That's a 5. I'm re-rolling my d12. 6. That's stealth.
Stealth? Okay. Best stealth, and looks like it comes down to me. Last roll for this. That's a 6. Oh my gosh, I have to roll again?
Oh, that's a 3. You gotta roll again.
No!
That's a 1.
I'm taking it.
The most...
Useless subclass.
Wow.
Which I believe you traded away.
I don't think... Look, here's the thing. Berserker Barbarian's looking far better. Oh no.
I'm feeling good about my trade.
Honestly, yeah, because I think I'm a little overloaded here. Well, right now, it's coming down to the viewers. So, if you're gonna want to vote, click the subscribe button. We'll be putting up the polls over the coming days. It's your vote. And then, ideally, we're gonna all come back here. We're gonna read out the results and we're gonna vote amongst ourselves. And also, thanks for coming here, guys. Thanks for doing this.
I'm pretty happy with my very limited knowledge.
So, at the end of the day, these are our final lineups. Click the link on the left if you want to go vote on who won this fantasy draft. And click the link on the right if you want to watch me rank some demon lords in D&D 5th edition. And thank you for entering the dungeon.